So, your favorite social media personality, they're out here scamming again. We're gonna talk about it today, y'all. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I'm Kendra, this is Kendra Creates. This is my space for sharing my weight loss journey with you. Hopefully I can help you out along the way if you're on one too. I'm gonna do commentary. Well, I'm gonna do commentary today, but I do commentary. And hopefully you'll learn about me along the way on my channel. If that stuff sounds interesting to you, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? All right, so let's get straight into it today. Today, we are going to be talking about the Liver King himself, okay? Mr. Brian Johnson. So I heard of him because I have social media and he has a large social media presence. He actually built that social media presence just over the last year. So he went from a very small following, well, not a very small following, but he went from a smaller following to having millions of people, all eyes on him, okay? So this fellow, right, he's in his mid-40s. He's an entrepreneur type person. He says that he was rich before the social media fame, y'all. That's what he said, okay? And because of his social media presence, he has been allowed to make $100 million a year. That's what he said. But then he also said that his social media presence really didn't affect his income. We're going to get into all of this stuff, y'all. And so he has supplement companies and all of this kind of good stuff. Okay, great. So this is kind of just the base of who he is. So if you see him, he looks really fit. He looks really healthy. You know, he has set his whole brand around these 9 ancestral tenets, okay? So I guess he's getting back into the caveman days or whatever, because he's walking around without a shirt on. Go fig. So the 9 ancestral tenets: eat, move, sleep. Sleep is number 1. Sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, bond. I don't know what any of that is. I didn't even care to really look it up because he's kind of been found to be a fraud. Y'all, we're going to talk about all of this, right? Okay. So he's been on really, really large podcasts, just kind of talking about what he believes in, talking about his brand, talking about how he achieved his physique. I'm talking about No Jumper. I'm talking about Impulsive. I'm talking about H3, really huge social media presence, audience, spreading his word, putting his face out there, okay? So he's known for going around shirtless with these hoochie daddy shorts on. Y'all saw those shorts? With his legs out and the muscles popping and everything, okay? Sometimes he wears the fur hat, the Davy Crockett type hat. You know, has a really, really heavy, big beard, he doesn't shave or whatever. He has crazy fitness challenges. I think one time he was pulling a sled, lifting kettlebells, doing all kind of crazy stuff. He shows his diet and what he eats, and it's bananas, right? Raw meat and testicles and liver and a million eggs. I don't know, y'all. I ain't eating that. And then when he goes on these podcasts, he has the people on there eating the stuff with him, or he brings it so that they can try it. And man, they looking at him I ain't eating that. So his big claim is he doesn't do steroids. He's never done steroids, but he might do steroids in the future. That's what he said. Steroids or PEDs, which are performance enhancing drugs. So disclaimer. I know nothing about the fitness bodybuilding industry. I don't know anything about steroids. I don't know anything about performance enhancing drugs. Okay. So this is not me saying, oh, steroids are bad or you shouldn't do steroids, or I don't know enough about them. I'm not educated on them to make an infinite decision. All I know is that if you are going to do that, then I hope that you aren't like getting it black market off the street. Like, I hope it's like pharmaceutical grade type stuff that comes, you know, like through FDA regulated type stuff. I don't know where you're getting that from. Maybe a doctor has prescribed it to you. Maybe you got it from a country that you can just buy it from the pharmacy. And I also hope that you are going to the doctor and making sure that they check your blood so that you don't die from taking steroids, okay? So this isn't me like raging against steroids. I don't know anything about them to have like an educated opinion on it. So if you are doing that, just make sure that it's doctor supervised. And I'm saying that because a lot of people like look down on that type of stuff, but I can't say, you know, anything about that type of stuff at all. This isn't what this video is about. It's like not an anti-steroid video at all, okay? This video is about influencers, social media personalities, those type of people. If you have not checked out my previous video on social media personalities, if you have not checked out my previous video on celebrities and why they matter, like, please check those videos out, because I do talk about the influence of these people, how they influence you, and just how to kind of like watch out for them, because we have yet another social media personality not being who they say they are. Now, all of this came about from there was a video this is how I found out about this. There was a video posted on YouTube from the creator More Plates, More Dates. I believe his name is Derek. So he posted this video and it was all about the leaked emails. So the leaked emails, that he doesn't really like specify like where they come from or who they're to or any of that. But we can tell that it is from the Liver King, or supposedly the Liver King. It has like his name, like his signature, like from his domain on his website. Like, y'all got to look at the video. I'll have it linked below in the comments. But it's pretty damning. Like, it's pretty convincing, but we're just going to say allegedly. They're alleged emails, you know. The Liver King hasn't come out and said, yeah, that was me in the communication. So we don't know, okay? We're just going to leave it at alleged. So the alleged emails, they have the Liver King supposedly discussing his cocktail of steroids, like all the ones that he takes, which are several. And see, I don't know the difference between PEDs or steroids, so I'm just going to say steroids because I don't know enough about it. So I'm sorry if I got anything wrong about this stuff. So he goes over that. And then he also includes like his blood work and his lab work. It's very, very detailed. So it sounds like there was an email to like a person that he wanted to get trained by. And so he was giving the trainer like his rundown of all the steroids he takes, his daily routine, what he eats and everything. And I believe that he does believe in what he's preaching as far as, you know, diet, exercise, like he works out and all of this stuff. But he doesn't live by the fact that he says that he's natural, natty, as they call it on the internet, that he doesn't take steroids. And so this is what I'm talking about the influencer scam. So if this is true, then this man has been preaching that he does not take steroids or PEDs or whatever you want to call them. I'm just going to say steroids. But he does take them. But he's saying he doesn't. He's been convincing people. He's been telling his audience that he got that body by these ancestral tenets. And he didn't get that body by steroids. He's a guy in his mid-40s and he is boom, boom, popping, okay, with the muscles. And so he's saying that he got this body by those ancestral tenets, by doing these certain things, by eating this certain way, by exercising in this certain way. And he also sells supplements. He's selling stuff, okay? So he is profiting off of his online personality, even though he says it's not really a profit. But we're going to get into all of that too, okay? I'm not finished.
There's absolutely truth and positivity behind a lot of the information that Liver King puts out, in my opinion. You know, a lot of the stuff from a nutritional intake perspective, metabolic health perspective, relationship building, you know, a lot of the stuff he talks about is stuff that I definitely believe is valuable, motivational, inspiring, and could improve quality of life, health, vitality, etc.
So I'm glad that the creator did give him a little bit of credit, because even though, you know, he's essentially lying if these claims are founded to be true, he has left his mark on the industry. If he has been able to change the lives of people, if people are eating better, if people are exercising, if people are getting in shape, losing weight, if people are generally living a healthier lifestyle because of him, he did good stuff, okay? He gets credit for that. Bravo. So you might be wondering, like, okay, so what's the problem? You know? He's just a dude on the internet living his life, selling stuff. Well, there's a big problem, okay? Like, there's a huge problem. And we are going to kind of dig into that, okay?
King, if you want unlimited access to cars, money, and if you want to find your queen, then you have to fuel your efforts with ancestral supplements, liver, beef organs, and bone marrow with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because liver is king. And you already know, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, always gonna have a whole feast protein shake.
And so this is the technique that people use on the internet to hook you. They are appealing to your emotion. Do you see what he said? He said, you are going to have money. You are going to have your queen. All you got to do is just take these supplements, you know? All you got to do is just get healthy, just get fit, get your life together. But make sure you use my supplements to do that. And once you do that, once you take these supplements, once you get healthy, once you get fit, your life is going to change. And so that has like gears in people's heads going. This is probably what they've been hearing a long time. If they can just get fit, if they can just look like the Liver King, like, I know that the money is gonna come. I know that I'm gonna get a good job, or I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna get the hot girls. Like, I'm gonna find the one. Like, I'm going to live the life that I was meant to live, but I just gotta get fit. I just gotta get healthy. I just have to take these supplements. That's all I gotta do. And so they're appealing to people's emotions. Like, the supplements are the answer. And you see this character, because that's what the Liver King is, with his no shirt on and his hoochie daddy shorts and his 9 ancestral tenets that he's preaching. He is doing it, okay? He's appealing to all the emotions. He gets people excited. He gets people going. And he tells people that he's all natural, okay? He just eats this liver diet. If you don't want to eat the liver diet, just take my supplements. Make sure you take my supplements, and you'll have a body like mine. And the whole time, that's not a natural body. You guys know I talk a lot about celebrities. And I talk a lot about social media influencers and people that we see in the spotlight. I've talked about this stuff before. I've talked about how sometimes those body goals, they're impossible. Like, nothing wrong is being fit. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with looking good. By all means, be healthy, be fit. Look how you want to look. Okay? And nothing is wrong with having goals for your fitness or your health or your body or whatever. Nothing is wrong with that. But there is something wrong with you believing in these people when they're lying to you, when they're saying that you can achieve a certain aesthetic, a certain look. All you got to do is take their supplements when that aesthetic is unachievable, pretty much, unless you do steroids or get plastic surgery. Do we really want to do that? And nothing is wrong with plastic surgery, because I'm sure I'll be getting some one day. But you have to question to yourself, do you believe these people? and the lies that they're telling. Because they're telling some lies because they're getting paid. We're going to talk about that too.
And people are suffering today with depression, with anxiety, with autoimmune conditions, with infertility, right? They got low energy, they got low libidos, they got low ambition in life. What I'm proposing, my thesis is that there's a simple, elegant solution to living a goddamn kick-ass life, right? So this is my job as a CEO of the Ancestral Lifestyle, to model, teach, and preach this message so that our people don't have to suffer, so that we can return to our highest and our most dominant form. So you say, what if you don't want to be like that? Well, 80% of people's lives fucking suck already.
And so these are some very bold claims, okay? Very bold claims. He talks about depression. He talks about infertility. He's like, he has the cure with his ancestral tenets. Like, wild claims. It's no different than the scammy and spammy MLM products. Like, you guys know I've done videos on those, okay? Go on and watch those if you need to. But I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it when people can claim that they can cure things and that they're the cure-all and that they are the light. Now, I know that having a healthy lifestyle, I know that diet and exercise can help with a lot of our ailments. They can alleviate the symptoms. They can help us feel better, generally speaking. Do they cure certain things? No, they don't. And I don't care who says whatever they say. There are certain things that a good diet and exercise are just not going to cure because certain diseases don't work like that. But will they make us generally feel better? Of course, of course, of course, of course. Diet and exercise generally makes you feel generally better, okay? So it could be the solution to low energy, or it could be the solution to certain symptoms that you have with certain diseases. Yes. Eating all this meat and lifting heavy weights and having your shirt off and sleeping on the floor. Look, I don't know if that's the necessary solution, but when people say that they have the cure and they have that magic pill, you know, and they have the silver bullet to all the problems, those are like red flags, like popping up everywhere. Because one thing that I preach and that I preach a lot of is one thing does not work for everybody. It is a not one size fits all. Our bodies are so different, right? So if I say to somebody, you do this, you'll drop the weight. You do this, you'll improve. You can't say with certainty that this is going to work 100%. And that's what he does. He definitively says that yes, you can get a similar physique as mine without taking drugs. He says that you can double your testosterone naturally. Look, I don't know anything about steroids. I don't know anything about testosterone, but that don't sound right. I don't know anything about fertility, but those are some wild claims. If you're a medical professional or you know anything about fertility or testosterone, I'd love to hear your comments down below in the comment section. But it just sounds wild to me. It sounds wild. And I say that because if you could double your testosterone naturally, then why would there even need to be manufactured FDA-approved testosterone treatment drugs? They would just go out of fashion because people would just be like, you know, take this stuff in a bottle or eat this certain diet and then bam, you got testosterone now, right? If people could get a physique like his without having to take steroids or PEDs or whatever, like, I'm sure people would do that if they could. I'm sure they would. And so I don't like the wild claims. I don't like the one size fits all because it has people thinking that this is the solution. I finally have the solution to my problems, and it's just false advertising. Really, it's false advertising.
The scrutiny he experiences grows even greater in parallel as he downplays it and portrays his burst onto the social media scene as like this noble act, only cares about his fellow man and, achieving highest quality of life, health, vitality, etc. And it is not fueled by a financial incentive.
Liver King existed way before a year ago, right? I never wanted to go on social media. I never wanted to do a podcast. I never wanted to be like public Liver King. I loved my life. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but before Liver King on social media, I was rich and anonymous. It's a pretty badass life to live. Go anywhere, do anything. No one's going to distract you. Now, if I get on the lake, on the boats are coming up. Hey, Liver King, Liver King.
So now I believe we're going into the realm of kind of scammy, spammy, like taking advantage of people when it comes down to the money. So Liver King would make you believe that he is doing this for the good of the people. Great. If you change people's lives, bravo. If you have people living a healthier lifestyle, being healthier, living longer, you've done a great and noble thing. But don't pretend like you didn't have your eyes set on some type of financial incentive. Because if that was the case, then you would be doing what you're doing for free. If you were already really, really rich before social media, then you would continue to be really, really rich and just do whatever it is that you do for free or for very, very, very low cost, affordable ways. I haven't priced any of his supplements, so I don't know how much they cost. I don't know if they're in line with, the normal cost for supplements or whatever. But you would just be on YouTube like me, making videos, in your compound. That's what he calls his ranch or whatever, on your compound, and you would just be giving the information out for free. You would be giving the information out for free, and everything would be little to no cost. But I don't think that's the case, right? He makes a statement to where he says that, his social media presence hasn't really affected his finances because he was rich before social media fame. I call, I don't curse on my channel, but that really angers me. I feel that is such a lie. And I don't really call people an outright lie, but I know if you have millions of followers, you capitalize off of your social media fame. You cannot tell me that you being on social media, you expanding your supplement brands, you having this character of the Liver King has greatly improved your finances. Maybe you did have money before, okay? I'm not getting into man pockets like that, but what I'm trying to say is having a large following and a large presence on social media pays. He said it doesn't pay much more. I would beg to differ, but once again, I'm not in the man's pockets. I'm not in his bank statements. But all I know is if you get people talking about you and you hype yourself up to be a natural guy with natural gains, and then you create these supplements, you can look just like me. Just take my supplements and do the ancestral tenets and you'll look just like me. You can double your testosterone naturally. That's what he said, y'all. And this is what I call profiting off of lies and profiting off of someone that you're not. Taking advantage of your following. And this is why I compare him to Brittany Dawn, because that's what she did. She was a social media influencer person who did fitness courses, and she scammed her following out of money because she claimed that she was doing customized fitness programs for people, but they weren't customized. She was giving the fitness program to everybody. It was the same fitness program. And the state of Texas is suing her right now. People have asked me to do videos on her. There are a million videos out there, but I will probably do one once we kind of get a resolution to the state of Texas situation, because I would love to see what they're going to do with her, because she's a scammer. She's a scammer. The state of Texas is suing her. I can confidently say that because the state of Texas is confident. And one thing about Texas, baby, they don't play, okay? I'm from Louisiana. I'm right next door. So I know you committing crimes in Texas. Good luck, because they still have the death penalty. I digress. But this is what I'm talking about when I say taking advantage of your audience because of your presence on social media. And I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit. There's nothing wrong with promoting products, with having your products, selling your products. You know, like I said, he's doing a good thing. If people are influenced to live healthier lives, nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with stating wild claims, lying to your audience and saying that you've achieved this body through natural means. You know, allegedly you haven't, you know, appealing to people's emotions and trying to get them to purchase your products. That's what I have a problem with. So where does all of this lead us to? Well, it leads me to believe this. It leads me to believe that in this fitness community, people are doing steroids, okay? But they are perceived in a different light if they do steroids versus if they don't. Could he be taken seriously if he has a natural body? Could he be taken seriously if he has a steroid body? I don't know. Natural body, he may not have the gains that he has now, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. So would he be able to have this wild persona with these exaggerated muscles if he didn't take the steroids? Probably not. And therefore, he's increased his social media presence because of this wild persona, because of this muscular look. So he felt maybe pressure to do the steroids. So once he does the steroids, then he claims that he is natural. Why does he do that? Is it because he's looked at more favorably if he's not taking steroids? I don't know. I'm not in that community. But I can tell you this. I can tell you that from a lady's perspective, you are seen in a different light if you are surgically enhanced. You are seen in a very different light. And to me, I could care less, okay? I couldn't care less if you are surgically enhanced or not. Doesn't matter to me. But I will tell you that people feel if you are surgically enhanced, you have no business giving fitness advice because you really didn't achieve those gains. And so maybe that's what they think about men that do steroids. I don't know. I don't know a lot about steroids. Where does this leave us? It leaves us in the place where I always talk about. And that is, be careful who you follow. Be careful the content you consume. Be careful about the claims that you're reading or believing online. And it's funny how some people are like, how could you ever believe that this guy was natural? I wouldn't know the difference, me personally. Like I said, I'm a novice. And I'm just like, oh, the guy is built. Okay, he lifts weights. Like, I don't know the difference or not. I guess I'm very naive. I guess I'm very ignorant when it comes down to the fitness world and the fitness community. So someone like me, I wouldn't know either way. And so I'm sure a lot of people fell for it. A lot of people believed his claims. So all I can say is just be careful, y'all, because sometimes, and a lot of times, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. You guys, if you like my video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can continue to get videos like this. And hopefully, I can help you out and entertain you a little bit. You guys, make sure you continue spreading kindness in a world full of hate. I will see you next time. And thank you so much for watching my videos.